Asterisk, my name is Jack Bennett, and my grandpa, Henry Hank Bennett, is a 78-year-old retired Army colonel. After decades of service, he settled in a quiet HOA neighborhood in Willow Creek, a scenic town nestled at the edge of the Appalachian foothills. The community was supposed to be peaceful, a final reward after a life of service, asterisk, but that dream turned into a nightmare the moment the HOA board changed hands 3 years ago. That's when she moved in Cynthia Markham, a retired corporate executive with more Botox than empathy and a gavel she treated like a crown. Asterisk, Cynthia turned the HOA into her personal empire. Petty fines, rule changes without votes, and vendettas, disguised as policy enforcement, became the new norm. But my grandpa, he wasn't the type to bend to bullies, not even with a heart condition and arthritis in both knees. Asterisk, I had been working in Austin, Texas, building a modest real estate portfolio when I got the call from Grandpa. Asterisk, Jack, he said, trying to sound calm, they're trying to evict me. Asterisk, the so-called violations were ridiculous. A U.S. flag on a non-approved pole, grass that was a quarter-inch over the limit, hosting my cousins during the summer without advance guest registration. Asterisk, but the cherry on top. Grandpa had built a small chicken coop behind his house for fresh eggs and some companionship. Cynthia sent a cease and desist letter, claiming it violated the HOA's vision of suburban tranquility. Asterisk, when he didn't take it down, they fined him $500 a day. After 2 weeks, they filed for legal eviction, stating unwillingness to comply with HOA mandates. Asterisk, I flew to Willow Creek the next day. Asterisk, Cynthia was waiting for me when I arrived at Grandpa's house. She wore her usual pastel pantsuit and carried a clipboard like it was a sacred artifact. Unless you've come to take him to a nursing home, she said sweetly, you're wasting your time. Asterisk, that's when I decided I wouldn't just fight back, I'd end her reign. Asterisk, I began digging through the HOA's legal filings and land ownership records. That's when I noticed something strange. While the homes were owned by residents, most of the common land, parks, walkways, and even the community center was technically part of a trust created by the original developer, not the HOA. Asterisk, and that trust was about to expire and return to the developer's heirs, unless bought outright. Asterisk, guess who owns 60% of that land trust? Me. One of the first properties I bought in college was part of a larger investment trust my mentor helped me into. I had no idea it included the Willow Creek subdivision until I traced the deed history. Asterisk, all I had to do was buy out the other 40%. Asterisk, I moved fast, buying out the remaining interest in the trust through quiet LLCs. Within 2 months, I owned the majority of the undeveloped and communal land within the HOA boundaries. Land the HOA used under the assumption it was theirs. Asterisk, Cynthia's smug smile faded the day. A bulldozer showed up and dug up the rose garden next to the community center. Asterisk, she came stomping over in heels, yelling, you can't do this. Asterisk, oh, I can, I said, handing her the deed. I'm just preparing my land for agricultural use. Thinking maybe a small orchard, maybe goats, maybe I don't know, a pig pen. Asterisk, she gasped like she'd been shot. This is a residential neighborhood. Asterisk, not on my land, it's not. Asterisk, over the next 6 months, we converted the open green space into a working farm. Grandpa was like a kid again, helping build barns and planting seeds. We added in a greenhouse, apiary for bees, and even a small farm stand that sold eggs, tomatoes, and local honey. Asterisk, but here's the kicker. Every entrance to the farm ran through HOA-maintained streets, and I placed large legal signs at every crossing. Asterisk, warning, entering private agricultural property, trespassing will be prosecuted. Asterisk, the HOA sued us multiple times. Every suit failed. The judge finally told them, you don't own the land, deal with it. Asterisk, Grandpa's chickens roamed right past Cynthia's backyard. A goat once wandered onto her patio and chewed up her yoga mat. It was glorious. Asterisk, without the shared spaces, the HOA fees skyrocketed. People started rebelling. The playground was now on my land, and access required a $5 day pass money I donated to local veterans charities. Asterisk, neighbors began showing up to our farm stand more than the HOA meetings. They brought pies, stories, support. Cynthia's empire was crumbling. Then came the final blow. The city rezoned the land officially as mixed-use agricultural, residential, thanks to a petition signed by 80% of the neighborhood. Asterisk, without control of the parks, roads, or the people. Cynthia resigned in disgrace. Asterisk, Grandpa became a local legend. He started giving tours to school kids and teaching veterans how to raise chickens. His health improved. He smiled more. He even flirted with Mrs. Kowalski, the widowed lady from 2 houses down. Asterisk, as for me, I turned the farm into a hybrid community garden, agricultural school, and sustainable food co-op. I kept most of the land open to residents except Cynthia, who was banned permanently. Asterisk her house went on sale 6 months later. I bought it at auction for half market price. Asterisk we turned it into a goat rescue center. Asterisk it's funny how the HOA tried to uproot my grandpa, thinking he was weak and alone. They didn't know the man had faced enemy fire, crossed continents, and raised a family that would move mountains for him. Asterisk in trying to evict him, they gave us the chance to build something better, a place with no power-hungry board members, no fake fines, and no pastel tyranny. Asterisk just sun, soil, and the sound of grandpa laughing while feeding a goat he named Cynthia. And every time a new egg hatches or a kid plants their first seed, I smile. Because revenge is sweet. Asterisk, but victory, asterisk, victory, is organic, asterisk.